Hello, and welcome to this presentation for our project management class. We're Group 5, and the team members are Sean Rose, Lynn Rydell, Abriana Shealy, and Shaniqua Warren. And we have created the organization STEM for Kids, which wants to provide education for children in need or for those who do not have access to it. We have decided to start our first school in Congo, Africa. The reason for this is because Africa's economic growth is hindered by its lack of institutional infrastructure in education, which pertains to electricity and water supply, research infrastructure, weak governance, and more. And the percentage of STEM majors is very low, which can make it more attractive to start there. Our project have a few different goals, but we want to focus on an age group between 5 to 15 years old with a start in Central and Western Africa, in hope of expanding to other countries and continents later on. As mentioned earlier, we want to provide a good education for the children, but we also really want to educate the teachers furthermore. And in September 2019, we aim to have raised enough money and started more than one school. In order to succeed to the fullest, we want to raise $1 million in funds by September 2019 to launch this project and have our first school ready by January. We will also try not to receive a salary in the beginning until we know how the project actually goes. First, we want to reach all our goals and make sure we have the amount of participants in school that we strive for. Here are the main team members of this project and their role along with their contact information. We have Abriana Shealy as the project manager, Dr. Scott Spangler as our CIO, Lynn Rydell as our finance manager, Sean Rose as our STEM program coordinator and quality assurance officer, and we have Shaniqua Warren as our communications director and risk manager. We have come up with 4 core values we want to have for this project, which are compassion, reliability, education, and opportunity. These are quite similar to our own university, Middle Georgia State University's core values. This is a graphic that presents our main representatives of the organization and how we have decided to structure it. We also have requirements we want all participants to follow. Contracts is an essential part to have with everyone involved with the project to make sure everyone are satisfied. We will have negotiations and meeting with every part involved, such as teachers and governments. And if we want to procure equipment, we will do so with vendors we trust and have a professional relationship with, and that has given us the best offers for the item in interest.
Project deliverables, according to Swalaby, are tangible or intangible goods or services produced as a result of a project. Our organization needs these items and services to complete our project. A few deliverables of ours are project documents such as charter and cost analysis, classroom items such as desks and chairs, and contract statements of the workers. Any team member with possible issues can contact the project manager or complete a report form. Complaints and urgent issues should be called in immediately. All operational issues, including delayed shipments and malfunctional equipment, should be immediately reported to the project manager so that they may be resolved. Project assumptions are events or circumstances that are expected to occur during the project life cycle. STEM for Kids has 5 assumptions, including funding, resource delivery, project cost, licensure, and contractors. A stakeholder register includes information about this organization's stakeholders. Some of STEM for Kids stakeholders are United Nations Office of Project Services, Microsoft, and Centrist IT. This slide is a continuation of the stakeholder registry that includes Jeffcott Charitable Trust and more. After adding all costs for the items we need to procure, such as school supplies, buses, furniture, and notebooks and paper, the total estimate is $378,937, plus or minus 25%. The project procurement covers a 2-month period and is updated annually. When selecting products, the organization will form the cost plus award fee contract with the suppliers. If selected, an RFQ or RFP will be sent to the supplier and a working relationship conference will be established. The government requires that the bill of lading must accompany all goods that enter the Republic of Congo. Any goods over $2,500 will have to be inspected before being released to the organization. As an organization, we will have to apply for a nonprofit status in the Republic of Congo subjected to the President's approval. The word breakdown structure is a deliverable-oriented breakdown of a project into smaller components. With each project deliverable is a deadline that will be in best time for our organization. Along with the breakdown structure, we have included a Gantt chart. The cost analysis is based on ROI, or return on investment. ROI equating to 45.5%, while the funding goal for our organization is $1 million. Based on calculations, our yearly total project cost is $464,724.04.
The purpose of our quality management plan is to provide a guide on how we plan to maintain quality throughout our project's life. The chart shown here will show a breakdown of our management. The quality assurance manager will handle most of the quality control, but if needed, the project manager will also cooperate on certain tasks. The chart goes on to show which vendors we will be using to maintain quality. To maintain a high level of quality, we will be focusing on two things. One, a constant line of communication, and two, respecting and being knowledgeable about the culture we will be operating in. We will be in a foreign nation and believe it will be in our best interest to understand the people we will be helping. To reiterate from before, the project manager and quality assurance manager will be overseeing quality control. All material will be assessed to see if they meet the requirements the clients expect from us. We will check on our clients to make sure they are satisfied with what they are receiving. If not, the project manager and quality assurance manager will make necessary changes to make our clients happy. We will be using performance testing to monitor our quality throughout all phases. The quality management model we are using is Duran's Trilogy model. This model emphasizes quality improvement, quality planning, quality control, and quality management. Our HR plan is based off of Dodds and Reese's frame. This frame is concerned with individuals' feelings, understanding others, and one's own need to be understood, personal expression, and the view that the organization is a family. Our main goal is to help children develop an interest in STEM subjects, but this will go on to help local communities too. We want to be an organization that serves the communities and their needs. Our organization is not about earning a profit, but serving the community, and we believe our human resources plan will go on to show we truly believe in this.
For our organization's communications plan, the order of leadership flows down from the Chief Information Officer to the Project Manager to the Financial Manager to the STEM Program Coordinator and Quality Assurance Officer, and finally to the Communications Director and Risk Manager. All of the project's communications will be done over phone or email. The project manager reports everything to the CIO, and other important materials and documents will be communicated with project team members and involved stakeholders. Weekly meetings will be held to assess completion of deliverables, and status reports will be sent out each week as well. Also, when communicating project updates, we will set up quarterly face-to-face meetings with stakeholders who are close by. However, since we will be working overseas as well, Skype meetings will be set up to make up for the distance issue. If the project manager is fired or unavailable, then the communications director will take over the leadership for the project. Having an emergency meeting to handle these matters will also help to keep everyone on the same page as the project progresses on to handle this transition. Also, the communications director manages all forms of communication, such as emails and messaging, and working with the project manager to communicate important details to stakeholders and team members. Our project risk register identifies all of the potential risks that could occur during the project lifecycle. A lack of comprehension with educational training, failure to procure the necessary items, lack of funding, or refusal from the government to proceed with our project overseas are some of the first obstacles we could run into. Also, the political climate could provide a lot of conflict, recruitment could be low, or there could be shipping delays. The project manager or another leader could also be fired and affect operations, or a cybersecurity attack could occur and cause more problems. Lastly, a serious injury or death could happen to the CIO or project manager, and it could cause operational and resource issues for the project. Also, a natural disaster such as a hurricane or tornado could occur, or social media disconnect could also happen and cause an uproar. Lastly, our lessons learned review reflected our issues with time management, managing time zone differences, adapting from human capital loss, and handling our work during a natural disaster. Also, we had to manage human capital issues and handle communication issues among the team, and deal with sickness as another factor to adapt from. Overall, we learned a lot from the process and learned to work together better. Thank you for viewing our project management presentation.